Hey YouTube, doing a review on the Salvatore Ferragamo. I'm not exactly sure what the name of this shoe is, but it is probably from their studio line with glued on soles. Um, it's got pebble leather, kind of uncomfortable and hot because of the rubber sole on them. And typically you can see as Ferragamo is inscribed on the sole, um, pretty much shows that it's one of the studio lines. Again, they make it try to look like it had the leather sole on the end by putting a little bit of patterning and whatnot. But again, extremely uncomfortable shoe. Kind of wish I never bought them. Don't know why I actually did buy them. I think at the time I kind of liked how they looked, but the construction on them is definitely subpar and they're overpriced, definitely extremely overpriced for what they are. Once the sole eventually does run out on these, you're left with no options except to toss the shoe. So spending, I believe I probably spent somewhere in a neighborhood of around $350 on these. You're pretty much out of it afterwards. They're kind of uncomfortable, don't have much support in them. So yeah, if I could go back, I probably would not have bought this shoe. So definitely I would avoid the studio lines. I believe the middle grade, the Lavorazione Originale, you'll usually see it written on the sole of the shoe, as well as the Tremezzas. Definitely worth the money to get those shoes, and if you get them on discount, definitely worth to get those shoes. The Tremezzas are handmade, and sometimes you may get lucky and get them in the $500 to $600 range, and by that you're looking at something that competes with the likes of studio lines of Edward Greens or John Lobb's, maybe even the handmade Crockett and Jones as well. It's definitely a good shoe when you go to that, but these studio lines are pretty much garbage. The only reason they cost so much is for this little ganchio that you get with them. Alright, so that's my take on them.